Good morning, everyone. What is up? How's everyone doing? What's up, Bino, Knox? How you guys doing? How's everyone's weekend? Hope everyone's doing well. New week, new opportunity. Let's get it. Get excited. Anyone like Mondays because they like to trade? When I had a regular job, I hated Mondays. Now I love Mondays. What's up, everyone? What's up, Profits? What's up, Market? Market Danger, I see you always here. What's up, Shankar? Hopefully I'm not mispronouncing that. Yeah, you like Mondays? Yeah, Mondays are amazing. So one thing I wanted to say is, right, if you had a good week last week, or if you had a bad week last week, right, just keep it in the past, right? Anytime when I was a beginner and I would have a good week, the next week or the next day that I had a good day or a good week, whatever it may be, I typically lost, if not just as much, or if not more. Right? You can't let it get to your head. Right? And same goes if you lost a lot, right? You can't try and aim big for a big week this week, right? Just stick to your plan, which is, right, small sizing, plan a trade, and trade that plan. Because if you don't, things are going to get out of hand. You don't know how many times it's happened to everyone, right? And that's the biggest mistake people will make, and that's why people can't get, you know, consistency and profitability in their account. Okay, if anyone has any questions about that, let me know, and I can go into it a little bit more. Yeah, good weekend. Monday, new day, new beginning. Awesome. Yeah, if anyone has any questions about that, obviously just shoot a comment out, and I will go over some more in depth. So looking at SPY here, right here is the daily. Oh, that happened to you last week. I'm telling you, it happens to everyone. That's like the number one thing that made me lose as a beginner, right? I would have a big week or a big day, and the next day I would, you know, go into the market thinking I know everything, and, you know, that I'm unstoppable, right? You get that sense of emotion, or, you know, that rush, and you can't let that get to you, because however fast you can make it, you can also lose it even faster, right? So always, you know, try and correct yourself if you're feeling that way, because that could be brutal, right? Because if you have a 100% loss, it's going to take a 200% gain to make that back. Right? It's going to take twice as long to make that back. Or if you have a 50% loss, it's going to take a 100% win to make that back. right? So just stick to the chart. Don't worry about the P&L. Just play the setups presented to you. And again, if there's no setup, there's no trade, right? A lot of setups last week kind of looked pretty iffy, and they weren't really worth taking, right? So now if you look back last week and you see a trade that didn't work out, and you say, you know, was this setup really worth it? Probably not, right? All the setups that typically lose, typically you shouldn't really be trading, right? It's easy to say when you go back, but that's how you need to look at it going forward, right? You need to evaluate every trade like that. Okay, so taking a look at SPY here, right? Here's the daily. Multiple rejections off this top trend line that's been mentioned numerous times everywhere. And this bottom trend line that broke down the last 2 trading days, right? Thursday and Friday. So sitting here, using the fibs, right? We're sitting right above this 0.5, right? So the 0.5 fib is not really a Fibonacci level. It's just used a lot because it's the midpoint. So the fib point is 379.06. So 379, we could just say, right? If this holds, we could totally see a reversal, right? Kind of like the golden zone, 0.5 to the 618. And I don't really use fibs too much, but it's always good to take a look at it on the daily. Never a bad idea. And it rejected the 382 perfectly. So just wanted to mention that. Let's take a look at the smaller time frame here. All right, so taking a look at the 30-minute. All right, so we have this bottom trend line. This previous resistance, right, that acted as a support, right? We're sitting right above that. We kind of reversed right above that at 381 on Friday. So if we do break down below, we are in an overall downtrend on the recent price action. Watch this level 379.46 or 379.50, you know, whatever it may be, for a hold. Right. Also the low from Friday, 381.08 or just 381 flat. Right. A lot of times you can just make the numbers flat, round them off, and it works, you know, the same way. Right. Just so it's a little bit easier. Looking at even the smaller price action, right? We have 3 rejections off this top trend line. Right. We have a rounded bottom. If this breaks over this level right here, 385.12, right? We do have a little gap to fill. Right, so this is what I'm watching for the upside today. 384.96 would be my entry, right? And the first target that we would need to break is 386.58. Okay. If this breaks, we should see a push up. And the next level I'm targeting is, you know, around this region here, which is this previous support that acted as a resistance, right around 390. So potentially you could see a 5-point move from this trigger point. How do I get the white volume moving average? If you just click the indicator, I'm assuming you're talking about the volume here. You could just click. I think it just comes up. Oh no, right here. I think volume moving average here in style. Yeah. Yeah, you can really change it based on, you know, anything. I kind of like the histograms. Pretty cool. Area is also pretty cool. Maybe I'll leave it on the area. It's kind of cool. Histogram's kind of cool too. Make this brighter. There we go. Can we make it thicker? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Looks way better. You could change it so it's the same color as the candles, like that. Now it just looks bright. And good enough. You can customize everything, right? Just make it however you like it. Doesn't really matter. Right, let's see how it looks on the daily now. Looks a little silly, honestly. I'm gonna change it back. Right to, what was it? This green. Just the blue looks a little silly, I think. Also too bright. That's good enough. All right, so let's take a look at VIX. All right, so VIX on the 30-minute, right? Looking at the most recent price action from all of December, right? We're kind of trading in a range right here, right? From December 13th and on, right? Rejected, 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 right? We bounced once, twice, 3 times off the low, right? Now we're kind of creating this little, resistance here. We're kind of, respecting it here in pre-market, right? So watch for a break of this range. If this breaks over this trend line, we should see a push up to around, 23, high 23s, right? Around, 23.5 to 23.8, which means SPY to the downside, right? Which means, this might break. But then if 22.09 breaks, right, to the downside, right, the next level below, as I'm looking for, is 21. Okay. If everyone could please drop a like on the video, I would appreciate it. Only got 9 likes with over 100 people. Let's get some likes. Please drop a like on the video. Appreciate it all. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, let's get that to like 60 plus. Another thought that I was thinking over the weekend is, right, NFTs, crypto, I feel like it's kind of dead right now, right? Prices are super cheap, right? If you are optimistic about that in the future, might not be a bad time to pick some things up, right? I wonder how much are like the Bored Ape NFTs right now. Let's see. Oh my god, some of these are expensive. 65 Ethereum. That's ridiculous. Bored Ape is still expensive. Low to high. $79,000. That's nuts. Yeah, definitely no NFTs. Maybe crypto if you're a believer in that. What's Bitcoin doing? I feel like the space is kind of dead right now. I'm gonna delete all this. Right, look where it's at actually. Right, look at this range. Right, we rejected here back in 17. We rejected here in 2019. Right, and we're kind of hovering around these levels now. Right, so if it is going to reverse, it should be pretty soon. All right, looking at the setup, it's kind of putting in a reversal pattern too. All right, this pattern will typically, right, break out to the upside. might not be a bad idea to start adding in my own portfolio. The only thing is, it's unregulated. It's a little risky. But not a lot of eyes are on it, right? Buy when there's blood. And if this is the sign of a reversal, or, you know, I don't know. We'll see. Look at the chart, actually, right? So we have the spike up. We have the move back down, 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 right? Consolidates. One last drop. Consolidates, right? This last drop is kind of where we're at right now, right? Spikes up. One last drop before the initial up reaction. Right, so we have this spike up, the drop, and now we have the consolidation. I'm going to set an alert. Okay, first alert's going to go right above that recent spike. Next alert's going to go right here. Keep an eye on it. I'm also going to set an alert below the low. All right, so now I have 3 alerts. One above this spike here, one above or below this spike, and one below the low. I'm just going to keep an eye on them. Same with Ethereum. Right, these two are the only ones I would ever look at. Look at where we're at. Right, this previous resistance from 2018. Kind of hovering right around it. Right, we also bounced this low right off this previous high. All right, look how that works. Previous resistance from 2018 acted perfectly as a support from, you know, around 900 to 2000, right? So you could have gotten 100% gain in about a month or 2 months. That's really all I would look at. Let's get into some setups for today. We're off track. Top setup I'm watching today, Amazon. Also Tesla, actually. Let's go over Tesla quickly. Right, up 3% pre-market. Strongest name here in pre-market besides Baba. Right, based on Elon's tweets. But right, kind of a potential reversal pattern here. Keeping an eye on this, right? If we hold above 153.28, which is this previous low, could see a move up to this double top that we had here. Right, rejected once, twice at 160.93. Okay. How about coin and Mara stocks to enter for long term? So the only thing with that is, right, U.S. Or regulation, right? Rules, laws, you know, all that regulation kind of stuff can affect coin and that. Right? Bitcoin, it's not going to have much of, or, you know, as big of an effect on, right? So that's the only thing of why, you know, coin and Mara could potentially get hit bigger if something happens, right? I know a lot of the lawmakers are looking to implement taxes or, you know, a bunch of other things. Regarding that. I know there was news this morning, I'm pretty sure, about it. Let me see if I can find it quickly. If everyone could please drop a like on the video when you get here, I would appreciate it. So, okay, yeah. U.S. Senate Banking Committee chair suggests banning cryptocurrencies and says they are a threat to national security. This was this morning on Market Insider. I mean, that would be just ridiculous. Right, that would worsen the situation because they would all just move offshore. And you could just buy them offshore, just like you could do with anything else in the world. Going all in on FTT. What is FTT? I'm not too familiar with crypto, honestly. Obviously, I'm familiar with it, but like, you know, regarding the other tokens and those names, I have no idea. But it's always good to just, you know, make sure you brief up and, you know, you educate yourself on everything before doing anything. So yeah, Amazon, right? Nice wedge, getting pretty tight here on this price action, right? Multiple rejections across the board. We rejected this on Friday. 88.4 is this resistance from Friday. If we could break over this, we should see a push up to around 89.90. I'm keeping an eye on this level. I have my alert set, 88.4. I would look for, right, an igniting candle through and then look for that continuation, right? Stop loss would be right around the bottom here, as always. Now, you never want, right, you want to play the rumor, not the news, right? Typically, right, buy the rumor, sell the news. But then again, I don't play news, right? I play the chart only, right? So Jacob said short coin after that news, right? If you play news, do you? Not my thing. News is, you know, completely a guesstimate, right? There's no really plan in place, right? How long do you have to hold for? Or, you know, when do you take your profits? Or when do you cut your stop or cut your position? Right? There's too many guessing games with just playing news. There's really no structure to playing news. You're kind of just hoping for something to release. So not really my thing. So Amazon top watch today. NVIDIA, right, kind of bouncing off these lows multiple times, sitting here at the bottom of this wedge. If it could break over this most recent high from Friday, should see a push up, right? Previous support acted as a resistance. Around 167. If that could break, we should see a push up to around 171. And then we have a gap to fill around 173. Yep, always check the chart. Typically when news is released, also the chart is indicating that something's going to happen. A lot of the times. Tesla went over already. Netflix, take a look at, right? Perfect bear flag from this rising wedge that we had, right? Higher lows, lower highs. If this drops down below 286.55, we should see a push down to around 277 or so. So set an alert at that level, 286.55. It's just a recent low from Thursday. And that's what I'm going to watch for Netflix, right? Nice potential short. Always keep an eye on what SPY is doing, right? When you're looking to, you know, play a direction. And look at Netflix. It's also the only 0.7% to the downside here in pre-market. Right, so it's weaker than the overall market, weaker than QQQ too. AMD kind of wedging too, right? Sitting at the lows here, right? Multiple bounces off this bottom trend line, multiple bounces off this top trend line. Right, keep an eye. If this can hold here, we could potentially see a pushback up around 67 plus. And then BABA, I wanted to keep an eye on today. It's up 3.38% here in pre-market. Right, watch for a break of 90.57. I don't really like to typically play BABA or China names. I like to just stick to, you know, the names I generally play, right? SPX, Amazon, NVIDIA, Tesla, Netflix, you know, the mega caps. Um, 9:25, 5 minutes to market open. Apple, don't really like the setup here today. Actually, I totally forgot. Look at this quadruple bottom we have here on Apple. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I take back that statement I just said. Right, watch for a hold of this level, 134.38, or you know, 133s, or 134s actually. So watch for a hold of that. If the low gets taken out, no bueno. No bueno. Yeah, Baba belongs to C-Blast. C-Blast is great with Baba, PDD, Neo, Square. He's great with Amazon. Coin's another one that he has. He's always on top of. I generally just stick to SPX and the main names. 3 minutes to market open. So if you have not done so already, please drop a like on the video. It just helps out. And let's head over to the Discord. As always, plan the trade, trade the plan. Don't let last week's mentality or gains or losses, whatever happened, get to you. All right? I will see you all in the Discord. Have a good day.